What are liens and how can liens impact your personal injury settlement? Hi, I'm Josh Rohrscheib. I'm an injury lawyer in Central Illinois. And liens are a right of a third party to be paid directly from your personal injury settlement. We often see liens for medical providers who provide treatment to an injured person, maybe an ambulance company, a hospital, a physician, a physical therapist that isn't paid in full. We often see providers assert a lien saying they've got a right to be paid directly out of the settlement to have their bill satisfied. We also commonly see health insurance liens or liens from Medicaid, Medicare, or a private health insurance company that basically assert a right to be repaid for what they actually paid out on the injured person's behalf for medical treatment that they received. Another common type of lien in personal injury cases, especially car accident cases, would be something called a Medpalin. So your own auto insurance policy may have coverage that will provide for your medical bills, but in your contract with your insurance company, there's language that allows them to be repaid if you receive a settlement from the defendant's insurance company. So these are the most common types of liens we see in injury cases. There are other potential types of liens that arise from time to time, but the other important question for you to ask is how can a lien impact your settlement? So if there's money that's going to be paid directly out of your settlement, there are a few kind of big picture ideas. First, you want to make sure you are fully aware of all of the potential liens that could need to be paid out of your settlement or need to be satisfied out of your settlement. In some cases, we see insurance companies offer people money without fully telling them about all the liens that they have. And if an injured person accepts a settlement, they may end up getting a lot less money than they thought they were going to get if they weren't aware of liens. So the second kind of big picture idea about what's really important to know about liens is that liens are often negotiable. So one of the things that we do as injury lawyers is we will gather all the information about a client's unpaid medical bills and their liens, and we will negotiate reductions in the liens for the client. And by negotiating a reduction in what we have to repay out of a settlement or how much we have to pay a lien, we're actually obtaining more money that the client is able to keep for their own portion of the recovery from the settlement. So it can make a big difference in how much money a client gets at the end of the case, how successful a law firm is in negotiating liens down for the client. I'll give you one example. I represented a wonderful lady who was in a tough situation where she had over $150,000 of medical bills and liens, and the person who hit her only had $100,000 of coverage. So if she would have accepted that money, and it were used immediately to satisfy her liens, there just wouldn't have been enough to go around, and certainly not enough to even begin to pay her for what she went through. So she would have started out about $50,000 in the hole. Fortunately, we had a lot of success in her case negotiating reductions in her medical bills and her liens, and she was able to keep more than $50,000 of her settlement because we were able to negotiate all of her other bills and liens down. And so all of her bills were satisfied, and she was able to keep $50,000. That was a particularly good result, one I'm really proud of. Every case is different, but I guess the thing I really want you to understand is if you have a personal injury settlement, there's a good chance that there could be a lien or multiple liens that would have to be paid out at the end of your case that would come directly out of your settlement, so you need to be aware of that. And second, you need to be aware that a personal injury lawyer should try to help you by negotiating your liens down. If you have any other questions about personal injury law in Illinois or about liens, please don't hesitate to reach out for a free consultation. I'd love to talk to you, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Thanks.